This is a typical autoclave, okay, with a water level detection sensor at the back to detect the water level, so the heaters are covered to make sure they're okay, covered with water before the machine starts. We have a temperature controlling probe at the back, PT100, monitors the temperature of the chamber, and we have a load sense timing probe, or LST, or load probe as I call it for short here, normally used or always used for fluids, media or fluid discard. Typically our machines come with 5 bespoke cycles on the controller, 3 of which are dry cycles, which include instruments, glassware and dry discard, and 2 of which are wet cycles or fluid cycles, which are media and fluid discard. So this is a typical load of Duran bottles filled with approximately 300 mils of water. So ideally that is an ideal setup for an ideal load. The bottles are the same size, the fluid is the same size, with some air gaps around it to allow airflow and steam penetration to make the load warm up, hopefully in an even pace. Ideally, you should have a hole in the lid, and the hole in the lid would then take the load probe. But for intensive purposes, I will just show you, you would then have the load probe in the bottle, so that will monitor the temperature of the load. So as the load starts to warm up, it will go through a free steam stage, which typically does 2 things. It gets rid of the air out of the chamber, and it also allows the temperature of the load to catch up with the temperature of the chamber. Normally, free steam's around 100 degrees because that's the boiling point of water. After that stage is finished, the valve shuts, the machine goes up to nominally 121. It will sterilize for a period of normally 15 minutes and then go into cooling. On this machine, it will cool down naturally to a very low temperature, normally about 105 degrees-ish, and then the cooling fans will come on externally and blow air onto the chamber externally to help bring the load temperature down, which must go below 80 degrees before you can open the door safely, and that's monitored by the load temperature and not the chamber temperature. The chamber temperature will be somewhere in the region of 40 to 50 degrees when this probe here gets to about 80. Then you can safely open the door and remove your load, obviously wearing gloves and the gauntlets and the face mask if you think so fit.